To consequence or to not consequence? That is the question that so many teachers are asking when it comes to their classroom management system. So in today's video, I will be sharing 6 reasons why I think every teacher should have consequences in their classroom management. Coming up next. Hey, teacher friends, Michelle Holiday here. I am a behavior strategist, and I teach teachers, schools, districts, and student-based organizations on systems, strategies, and insights to manage their students, classrooms, and learning environments with less stress and less struggle. And in today's video, we're talking all about reasons why I think all teachers need to use classroom consequences. Now, let me just say this first. If your school or district is against using consequences, I do have a little bit to say about that in a later video, but I don't want to cause division between you and your school or your district. I truly believe that when a school comes together, the best work for the student is done. So if you watch this video and it comes in a direct contrast to what your school or district or administrator is saying, I invite you to have an open conversation with them about it. I know for myself, when I was a teacher, there were times where my administrator and I did not agree on everything consequence-wise. And there are times where I was able to win the argument, and there's times where I lost it. But the key is that we came together, we met and we discussed, and were able to come to some level of agreement. All right, so let's get started with reasons why I think all teachers need consequences. Reason number 1, consequences promotes accountability. Now, consequences can teach students that they are in control of their choices. Consequences help students realize that their actions have effects or results. And if they do something disruptive, like talking over the teacher, there is a clear outcome or result for that. Consequences can teach students that with each behavior or action, there is a choice that they get to make and that they need to own the result or outcome of that choice. So consequences can help students be more aware of their responsibility and their actions and how they're tied together. And then it helps them to think about how their actions impact themselves, their future, the teacher, their peers, and what is happening in the learning environment. Reason number 2, consequences helps to maintain a positive learning environment. So classrooms run smoother when everyone knows that there are consequences for misbehavior. It helps keep the distractions to a minimum, and it helps the focus stay where it belongs, on learning. Believe it or not, students feel safer and more at ease when they know that the teacher's in control and there's a less chance of chaos because they know that there will be a corresponding result to a certain misbehavior. Consequences helps to maintain that calm, respectful classroom environment and lets everybody know it's safe to participate and learn. Reason number 3, consequences reinforces class rules and expectations. Let's face it, rules mean nothing if they aren't followed, right? So consequences show students that rules are serious and that they're there for a reason. And if a student knows what to respect when rules are broken, they're more likely to follow them, especially if they don't like the consequence that will follow. For example, if a student is constantly off task, a clear consequence reminds them that it's better to stay focused and it's better to stay on track, not just for themselves, but for everyone in the classroom. And although I think it's crucial that you have more rewards and incentives than you do have consequences, that doesn't mean that you leave consequences out altogether. Reason number 4, consequences encourages positive student behavior. When students know that there are consequences for inappropriate or bad behavior, they're more likely to think twice and make better choices. Consequences can actually guide students towards good habits by making it clear that there is something to lose if they don't. So instead of chatting with their friends while the teacher's talking, they might raise their hand or stay on task to avoid consequences and maybe even get some praise for it on the other side. So when done right, consequences really isn't about punishment as much as it's about guiding them towards better behavior choices. Reason number 5, consequences prepare students for real life situations. In the real world, actions have consequences, whether it's in a job, a relationship, or society in general. And learning this in the classroom helps our students get ready for life outside of school. And yes, that is a part of our teacher to-do list. Learning this in the classroom helps students get ready for life outside of school, and they begin to understand that their decisions matter. And this helps them develop critical thinking. Win-win, right? Just like showing up late to work might get you in trouble, being late to class can lead to consequences as well. By allowing our students to get in the habit of receiving and accepting consequences appropriately, we're not only setting up our students to succeed, we're actually setting up our society to succeed as well. Reason number 6, consequences promotes fairness and consistency. When consequences are fair and applied consistently, students tend to feel like they're being treated equally. For example, if one student gets a consequence for breaking a rule but another doesn't, it can cause confusion and frustration. Being consistent shows students that everyone is being held to the same standard, which helps build trust and respect in the classroom. In my workshops, when I teach about using consequences effectively, I share with teachers that for them, especially in their role, consequences isn't about punishing bad behavior. Really, what it's about is creating a space and a learning environment where everyone can learn, grow, and understand how their actions influence the world around them. Whether it's the classroom, the hallway, the cafeteria, wherever they go, it's about cultivating in them an understanding that they have a choice when it comes to their behavior. And with every choice, there comes an outcome, a result. When it comes to misbehavior, an unwanted consequence. So there you have it, 6 reasons why I think that every teacher needs to have consequences in their classrooms. I know for a lot of you, this is probably a very controversial issue. I'm interested in your reasons. Definitely share them in the comments below. I have more videos coming up that talks about using consequences. So make sure you subscribe and keep a lookout for those upcoming videos. See you next time.